I hate these damn Panthers. Black Panther players. Hi, hello. This video will be about my issues with BP and, in my opinion, how to fix them. Now, you might be wondering why you should listen to me. I mean, you don't have to. I'm not the best player or highest rank as I'm currently in GM. However, saying that, I'd like to say that I've spent a lot of time playing this game and have developed a decent understanding of the game. Also, I would have used some Marvel Rivals gameplay in the background, but I think my computer would explode if I recorded a live match, but I'll try to get relevant clips shown in the practice range. If you're watching this video in the future, let me set up the story for you. It is currently Season 0. Hela and Hawkeye are the premier DPS of the season, putting up numbers like they're Hitler and Stalin. With Season 1 coming just around the corner, everyone is expecting them to get nerfed. Me, on the other hand, well, I'm still expecting them to get nerfed. But on top of that, I have two other DPS in mind. Enter Hirohito and Musa. Alright, I'll stop. I think the majority considers BP as one of the hardest characters in the game. Everyone has the right to their own opinion, just like me making this video, and how I disagree with him being the hardest, or hard at all, just going off of the dive DPS alone. I know this is very niche, but for a melee DPS, he doesn't melee a lot, instead opting to play at range with spears, then dashing in and out, kind of like Psylocke, but it makes more sense with her, as her autos are range. Anyways, in the future, he has the potential to be one of the hardest, but in his current state, I think he is the most overtuned character in the game. Yes, the entire game. On paper, his kit seems like it would take a lot of skill, but as you read more and see the numbers, you start to wonder why things are the way they are. Starting with his base HP. I don't know how this isn't brought up more often, but it's just unacceptable. Like, is he just bulking or something? If you guys didn't know, his base HP is 300. That's right, 300 hit points. Excluding the tanks, character HP for DPS and strategists are either 250 or 275, with there only being two exceptions to this rule, being Wolverine and BP at 300. I can understand Wolverine, as the increased HP fits his theme and kit. BP, on the other hand, I just don't get. In-game, he is this extremely mobile backline diver that dashes across your screen in an instant. So why is he also the healthiest DPS? It's not like he doesn't have sustain when he dives, because he gets 40 bonus HP when he procs his mark and is able to proc multiple at the same time. So with this in mind, I more than believe he needs a base HP nerf. Starting with 275 sounds like a good idea, and if it still proves to be much, just make it 250 like all the other backline divers. Moving on to the next problem, I want to talk about his spear. This one is short and sweet, with there only being one problem with it. That being the sheer size of this thing. Have you seen it? Why is the hitbox the size of a continent? Like, he can throw it in Wakanda and hit somebody in Tokyo 2099. Please, just make the hitbox smaller. Finally, last problem I have with him, his dash. Where do I even begin with this? Okay, for starters, people say his dash CD is like too long if you miss it. For one, skill issue. Two, the 8-second cooldown is actually in line with other similar dive abilities, such as Magic Uppercut and Spider-Man Pull. Now, this change that I'm about to mention is the change that I want most for him, alongside the base HP nerf, and that is not making his dash instantly reset. Whoa. Wait before you guys start getting your pitchforks out. Hear me out. His dash instantly resetting is the main reason why I believe he doesn't take a lot of skill, as it creates a very degenerate playstyle. The combo that I'm mainly talking about is the spear into dash dash. This combo does a whopping 205 damage and can be done to multiple people at the same time. But the best part about it is that during all of it, BP is in little to no danger, as his dashes are one of the fastest, if not the fastest in the game, coming in at, I believe, 50 meters per second. And with the second dash, he can just aim it back where he came from, allowing for an easy escape. The other combo I'm a much bigger fan of, which is the spear dash combo, as it leaves more room for counterplay. But to be honest, that combo is still a little too good, and should be changed in at least some capacity. But anyways, I'd like a small lockout window like 0.5 seconds or around there, where he cannot instantly dash again, promoting the latter combo and hopefully getting rid of the other combo. I mentioned a few nerfs, and I probably didn't even mention everything that I wanted to, so I'll just throw up a picture with all the nerfs that I have, big and small, that I want for Black Panther. But as you may have noticed, I also have listed some buffs that I would like to see for him. It never feels good to just nerf something, and with all the listed changes, I thought that he can use some buffs, being that his spear does direct damage, causing enemies to take more damage rather than only getting hit from the explosion, and a lot of his power in his dash got shifted into his kick, as I feel like his kick is, just to be blunt, a really mid ability, but if I'm being completely honest, I would much rather see a rework of how his marks work, or kit rework in general. I don't know how many people would agree with this, but I would want his marks to be applied to one person at a time, and instead of resetting his dash, the marked target will be exposed for a few seconds, making them take extra damage from Black Panther, and if that target dies, then Black Panther will get his cooldowns refunded on all of his abilities. And of course, if this rework happened, there'd be a lot of numbered changes. Hell, maybe his abilities even get shifted or changed, but I'm too lazy to think them all out right now. That was just like a small rework that I thought of. The goal of this rework is that he is still a backline diver, but with more skill expression, as he'll have to be more committed and have less initial mobility, but more single target, while still having the potential to wipe teams with multiple resets. And that was all my problems listed with Black Panther and how to fix them, and what I'm hoping to see in the future for him. Let me know down in the comments if you guys agree, if you guys disagree, or if you have any suggestions for changing Black Panther yourselves. Let me know down below. Thank you for watching. Peace.